Today's activity is called Mother May I. You probably either played this game or you've heard of the game before. I did not play it a whole lot in my class because I was a little intimidated by it because it seemed a little advanced for my pre-Kers, but I took the concept of the game and I have made it a little bit simpler for you guys. I think the basis of this game was to teach kids to ask permission for things and then to listen to what their parents say. So this is a game where they have to practice listening and self-control. Something our toddlers and preschoolers really need to learn. Am I right? This might be a perfect time to teach a little sign language as well as yes, no. I like to introduce simple little sign language to the kids. That way when they are asking something when we're not supposed to be talking or in a whole group, like if they're asking to go to the restroom, then I can tell them yes or I can tell them no without having to interrupt what someone else is saying or what I'm doing. Here's how you're gonna play this in your classroom where it's not too complex. The goal in this game is to get from the starting place to the finish line. So you have a clear starting and a clear finish line. To have a starting point, I would have a point that is like up against a wall, so it's very clear this is where they need to stand. So maybe it's your wall, your calendar wall, maybe it's stuff that's like blocking off your circle time area, but you need a very clear area that this is where we start because they're gonna stand with their back against the wall. I would get them in that place and I would settle them down there, like have them go ahead and sit so that you can give them the rest of the instructions. I like for them to be in the place that their game is going to take place. That way their brain is already starting to get comfortable and familiar with that spot. Then you're gonna tell in a minute, not yet, in a minute, everybody's gonna stand up where they're at. This would be a great time to use like your sticks that you have their name on to do like a random pick. Or if you have like Class Dojo and it has a random button that you could push on there so you're taking turns. I like to do something like that so it's not like me personally choosing. Or if I wasn't using something like that, then I might be like, okay, I'm looking for someone who's standing really nice. Try to just control the chaos just a little bit more that way. Call on a child and the child has to say, Mother, may I? And then they're gonna say, take 1, 2, or 3 steps. The younger the kids, I would only do that. Take 1, 2, or 3 steps. Now the kids can even show you with their fingers. If they don't know 1, 2, and 3 yet, then they can just do their fingers like this. And then we could all say it together. Mother, may I take, okay, so Sarah said 1 step. So Sarah's asking me if all of you guys can take 1 step. If they forgot to say, Mother, may I, then that's when you say no. But if they say, Mother, may I, then you say yes. So the child says, Mother, may I take 2 steps? Yes, you may. So when they ask to take 2 steps, everyone is gonna take 1, 2. Pick, pull out a kid. All right, Trent, you get to choose next. Mother, may I take 3 steps? Yes, you may. They're all gonna take 1, 2, 3 steps and pause. So they're gonna keep getting closer and closer and closer to you because you're gonna be standing at the finish line. You know where their start and their stop is. Once you get to the finish line, then you could turn around, go back to the start and play the game again, or you could just move on with your day. You could keep this game in your back pocket for when you're outside or have some time to kill, then you could play this game again with the kids. Again, the purpose of the game is to teach them to ask for permission and then to listen to what the grown-up says. So this game gives them the opportunity to do both of those things. For your more advanced kids, they're supposed to ask, can I take 2 big steps or can I take 3 little steps? And that kind of helps teach that big and little as well. But I probably wouldn't introduce that until a little later in the year because these kids are still learning how to sit on the carpet. I'm going with like the basics right here. But I do like this game for those that are nonverbal, that they can just do their fingers and they don't have to actually speak the words, but yet they can still participate. If you like lessons like these, go ahead and comment sub and then private message me your email, and I'm going to send you week 1 of All About Me for free as my gift to you. And then in that message, it's going to tell you how you can get weeks 2, 3, and 4 to do in your classroom.